Kṛṣṇa bhakti abhidheya sarva śāstre kaya ataeva muni-gaṇa kariyāche niścaya. So we have just studied the constitutional position of Kṛṣṇa by his original standing as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his different expansions, incarnations, and how he's situated as the Supreme Controller of the spiritual and material manifestation. So far as possible, we have studied through the grace of Lord Caitanya, and even up to the primal living entity within this material world, namely Brahmā. Brahmā is considered to be the supreme. He is also living entity like us, but it's supreme powerful within this material universe. Just like in this state, President Johnson is the supreme power, but he is a man like us, a living entity, but he has got supreme power. Similarly, Brahmā is a living entity like us, but by meritorious and devotional service to the Lord, is exalted as the Supreme Personality within the sources of law. But he is not Supreme Personality of God. Supreme Personality of Godhead is Kṛṣṇa. Ekale, īśvara, Kṛṣṇa, and only Kṛṣṇa is the master and everyone is servant, however great he may be. So, even Kṛṣṇa's expansion, Vishnu, is also subordinate to Kṛṣṇa. The greatest manifestation of Vishnu is the Mahavishnu, who is lying on the causal ocean of material creation, wherefrom the material universes are emanating by breathing process, such as gigantic and huge, the form of Vishnu with 4 heads. He is also stated in the Brahmā Jasaikarishasata kalam athaavalammat jivanti novagilaja jagadannanatha Vishnu mahanasaya kala vishesho bhovindamali pritam tamahanumaja. I worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, whose plenary parts of the ocean is Mahavishnu. And what is that Mahavishnu? In whose living period all these universes are coming and being eliminated. That is the process of breathing. Just like with our breathing, we are extricating so many germs, and again we are taking so many germs. Similarly, the breathing period of Mahavishnu is exhaling so many universes, and again inhaling so many universes. That's Mahavishnu is also the plenary expansion of Krishna. So we are going to have our relationship with that Supreme Personality of Godhead. And how that can be achieved, that is now being explained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is called the process of executing the service. By this we can attain to that point. It's called abhidheya. Abhidheya means execution of duty, execution of duty, or execution of obligation, not duty, obligation. Duty sometimes may avoid, and you may be excused, but obligation you cannot. Uh, Obligation means you have, because you are meant for that. If you do not do that, then you will be in difficult or obligation. As difficulty, you are part and parcel of the Supreme. Just like the hand, at once I feel some teaching sensation here. That at once the hand comes without asking for it. It is so made psychologically and mechanically, or whatever you may say. At once I feel some itching, at once the hand comes. Obligation. It is obligation. Similarly, we are part and parcel of the Supreme. We have got obligation to serve Krishna. If you are not doing that, that means if the hand is cut off from the body, there is no obligation. The hand which is cut off from this body, that hand will not come to see my teaching. It is that means it is fallen. His business is finished. Similarly, if we do not, that if the hand does not work, the obligation which it has to serve this body, then it is to be understood the paralyzed, a disease, infected, and doctors sometimes advise, cut it off. If you want to save your other parts of the body, then cut it off. Similarly, these conditioned souls, they are now conditioned, are in one way, they're cut off from the original, I mean to say, relation. Forget it. So if you want, if this hand want to remain in healthy state, it is the duty of the hand to fulfill the obligation of the hand's duty, and then it remains very healthy condition. So our duty is to sarva. There is no other duty. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's preaching, that you have no other duty, anything. It is all false illusion. If you have selected any other duties, then to serve Kṛṣṇa in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, then you are foolish. You are doing something wrong. It is not for your interest. This is the teaching of Lord Caitanya. And Bhagavad. So if somebody may argue, or if I completely engage myself in service of Kṛṣṇa, then what to do? How is that live in the material world? We take care of my maintenance. That is our duty. If you serve an ordinary person here, you get your maintenance, you get your wages, dollars. You are so foolish that you are going to serve Kṛṣṇa and he is not going to maintain you. Yogacchemam Bahama. Kṛṣṇa says in the Bhagavad Gita that I personally take charge of his maintenance. Why don't you believe it? Practically you can see it. That means faithless. There is no reason. Suppose I am serving some master, a so-called master, and he is at once paying me wages, take your wages, or $25, $10, or whatever it means. At once pay. And I am going to serve the Supreme, and there is no maintenance for me. Oh, what a foolishness. This is called forgetfulness. This is called spell of Maya. Maya will dictate, oh, you are going to serve Kṛṣṇa. I will maintain yourself. You foolish. Don't go there. Don't go to the Kṛṣṇa consciousness society. It is cheating. No, it is not cheating. It is actual fact. It's not cheating. But if you want to gratify your senses, there is no scope. Then go to hell. Then go to hell. But if you want to serve Kṛṣṇa, there is every arrangement. There is every arrangement. If you want to cheat Kṛṣṇa, then Kṛṣṇa will also cheat you. Dhūtam chalatāmasmi. Kṛṣṇa said, in his Vibhuti Yoga that amongst all cheating process, I am gambling. I'm gambling. There is cheating process. Where from this cheating process comes? There is cheating process in Kṛṣṇa also. Because he is the origin of everything. Whatever there is, even cheating process, thieving process, what is condemned in this world, that is also there in Kṛṣṇa, but that is without any contamination. That is it. When he cheats, it becomes worshipful. Kṛṣṇa wanted to cheat Dronacharya. That is a fact in the Mahabharata. He advised Arjuna, just go ask Yudhishthira, just go and tell lie to Dronacharya that your son is there. Don't you think Kṛṣṇa is trying to cheat? So there is cheating. Everything is there. But that is in full. God is good. That when cheating is good, thieving is good. Everything is absolute. Unless we cannot understand this absolute truth, there is no understanding of Krishna. There is no understanding of Krishna. So, yeah, it is an obedience. How to make profit in that institution of devotional service that is being taught. So, Suti Mata Prishta Dishati Bhagavad Aradhanam Vidni Jata Matut Prani Stutirapi Tatha Bhakti Bhagini Puranatya Jiva Sahajane Bahat Pitagumata Atastatang Gyatang Burahara Bhavani Vatsaranam. One day said, in various stage, after finishing all kinds of Vedic literature, there are two kinds of Vedic literature. One is called Shruti, and the other is called Smriti. Shruti means the original Vedic injunction which is coming through disciplic succession, beginning from Kṛṣṇa down to this day. There are certain axiomatic truth which is called Vedic injunction. The axiomatic truth, as I have given you several times example, that cow dung is pure. Now, you are reading it, you say in the Vedic injunction that if you touch the stool of any animal, you have to take your bath, purify yourself. And Vedic injunction says cow dung is pure. This is contrary. No, not contrary. It is injunction. People are actually accepting, no argument. And they are benefited by it. The axiomatic truth. How it is true? You may not have sufficient intelligence, but if you go deep into the matter, you find it is all true. Yeah, it is all right. Then it's all Vedic. So you cannot argue. We have to accept as it is. You cannot interpret what in education you have got, what intelligence you can interpret and Vedic income. No. It should be accepted as it is. That is called Vedic. This is called Shruti. You have to simply hear and act upon it. That is called Vedic. Shruti means if you are learned scholar in the Vedic injunction, if you have heard from the bona fide source, and if you are convinced that if you write something, that is missing. From it, you cannot write nonsense. You have to write something which corroborates with the Vedic injunction. That is called Shruti. You cannot manufacture anything. You should always remember that I am a teeny brain here. So I have to receive knowledge from superior sources. Then whatever knowledge you have received, if you can expand that in by your I'm going to say capacity, that is called Shruti. So there are two different kinds of Vedic literature. One section is called Shruti, original term. Just like this Chaitanya Chaitanya. This is a book written by Kṛṣṇa Kaviraj Goswami, a great devotee of Lord Caitanya. It is called Smriti. Why? Everything written here is corroborating the Vedic teaching. There is nothing. I suggest I am a philosopher, I am a speculator. I think this will be like this here. You see, in every step is quoting from Vedic. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is quoting. This is the topics within Sanatana Goswami. This is the Vedic. Now, that sage, the great sage, he giving his conclusion that Sati Mata Prishta Disati Bhagavad Aradhana Vidhi. I have inquired so many Vedic literature. Now I am in conclusion that worshipping the Supreme Lord, that is the intention, nothing. Nothing. The whole idea is that is confirmed by Bhagavad Gita also. Kṛṣṇa says, in the 15th chapter is one, Vedaishta sarvai aham Veda. What is the purpose of Veda? The purpose of Veda is to understand Kṛṣṇa. That's what. If you can understand to some extent Kṛṣṇa, then your all Vedic study is finished. No more taking trouble. So we have to follow. Now, here in this it says that I have consulted all the Vedic authors, all the Vedic research, and I see that Bhagavad Aradhana, the only intention is that to work with religious things. And similarly, in the Bhagavad Gita, it is confirmed by the Lord. Vedaishta sarvaya aham. By Vedic study means, one has to understand means. That's all. If you try to understand Kṛṣṇa as far as possible through the reliable sources, through the bona fide sources, then your Vedic study will go on. Tapas ahavato sapachato padvaryan jajjibhagre namatubhyam tepus tapaste juhu Kṛṣṇa rajya Brahmā nama. In the Bhagavad say that ahavato sapachato padvaryan. There is classification of human society. Sapacha means those dog eaters. There are many animal eaters, but the dog eaters, they are condemned in society. They went. But the Bhagavad says, a dog eater, but if he vibrates the transcendental sound of God's name, is glorified. Never mind that he previously was the dog eating them. That doesn't matter. The Bhagavad confirms, ahavato sapachato padvaryan. Even the dog eater becomes glorified. How? Jajjibhagre namatubhyam. In full tongue is chanting Hare Krishna. Never mind what is that. That chanting has made him all in fact. Ahavato sapachato padvaryan jajjibhagre namatubhyam. Tepus tapaste. Oh, how is that? He was just a few days before he was eating jog, and because he's chanting Hare Krishna and become inspired, at the Hindu society they are existent. The reply is, you do not know. Tepus tapaste. In their previous life, they had already undergone many severe penances and this time in your baby. Kṛṣṇa Raja. He is not a dog eater, he belongs to me. Arja, that on-sing, Aryan family. These are the singers. So anyway, somewhere or other, if one takes to this Kṛṣṇa concept, he becomes at one free form. Never mind what. That may be classification in the social convention. He is big, he is the small, he is Brahmin, he is Shudra. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never said that I am a Brahmin, I am a Kshatriya. Now I am a Vipannasanarapati. I am neither a Brahmin nor a Kshatriya nor a Vaishya or anything of this material thing. Then what you are? The Gopi Bhattu Padakamalu Dasa Dasa. I am the servant of 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 Krishna. That is our transcendent dance. That's right, effectively. Oh, then everything is all right. And we have to take it and serious, then follow it with all seriousness. Then everything is on. You such a life. Everything is on. Jathama Tudman. Now, Shruti, this basic Veda Mata. Veda is called Mother. Why? But this mother gives birth to second birth. We have several times we have discussed this. That the first birth is given by this material father. And second birth is by the spiritual master. The spiritual master is the father and the Veda is the one. So when a person will cause vision, a second birth, when it goes to the spiritual master and take lessons of Veda, this Upanayan, the sacred thing is called Upanayan. Upanayan means to bring him nearer. Upan means nearer. And Nayan means bringing. To take a fallen soul nearer, that is called Upanayan. And when the spiritual master sees that he is quite competent to come near to God, he recognizes him and he gives him sacred thread. That is called Brahmā. That is the symbol that he has approached. Acharya Acharyavan Purusha Veda, how one is understood that he knows spiritual science, that means who has taught his spiritual master. This is the Suti Mata, Sutirapi Tatha Bhakti Bhagini. That is, we have divided the Vedic literature into two. The knowledge which is coming in disabling succession, that knowledge is mother. And this knowledge, by memory, with reference to the context of Vedic literature, is something right. That literature is the system. Then compare with system. One is with the mother and the other is the system. The Puranadna Jiva Sahaja Vivaha Sita Dhanuga. So all these Puranas, they are called Sriti. There are 18 Puranas, the Mahabharata, the Ramayana, and there are so many. Vedanta, Sutra, they are called Upanishad is Veda, Sriti. That is the gist of Vedic knowledge. But Puranas, they are called Sriti. So this Sruti Sthiti, according to Indian theistic scholarship, there are two kinds of literature, Sruti Sthiti. So there was another devotee of Kṛṣṇa. He has written another nice song. He said, Srutima pare, Bharata manne bhava gīta. Well, people are taking center of the Vedic literature who have become afraid of these conditioned life. What is the end of Vedic literature? Just to get oneself liberated from the physical entanglement. So he says, the people, those who are afraid of this material life, material entanglement, let them worship Shruti, Veda, or Sruti. or Mahabharata. Let them be engaged in that way. Sutima pare, Bharata Vandai Bhagavad-gita. Then, what is that? Now, I'm not going to do that. What you are going to do? Amya Nandana Vandai Jashalinde Param Brahma. I shall worship Nanda Maharaj. Why? You have left all Veda and Puranas, everything. Why you are going to worship Nanda? Because he has captivated the Supreme Lord playing as a crying, crawling child in his court. So I shall worship him. Nanda Maharaj is so great that God is obliged to come to him to play as a child and crawling in his court. So I say, Nanda Maharaj. So if you approach such a devotee who can bring God to crawl in his courtyard, that is all possible. Thank you. Any questions?